Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. The action has already started. Well, we all know of Johan Cruyff as the father of total football, but what can we expect from him on the pitch, Jim?
He'll be the conductor, Peter, making sure that his team creates space and make good use of it. I expect him to...
And there's the shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
Ibrahimovic really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Threads one in. Turn. Messi! Now that is commitment to the cause. Messi with the short one. And now a sudden chance to counter. He's shifting through the gears here. That's a good ball. Takes a shot! Dunk. Cruyff is onto it in a flash. And it's Robertson. In towards the back stick. Cruyff. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
That's good play from him.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Has a shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Robertson is one whose deliveries we all know about. Quarter of an hour played. And this is Van Basten. He slings it in. That's really well cleared. And it's Robertson. In again. There's the header! It's a loose ball. Well, nothing to report in terms of goals, but it's not for the want of trying.
Yeah, the tempo is strong and the game has flair and lots of potential for me.
Robertson. Vasco da Gama look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
And here's Ibrahimovic. He's played it back. Kimmich. Gattuso. Oh, there's a probing ball. Opts for safety. Looking for options for movement. Kimmich in acres of space out wide.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Kimmich goes short. Ibrahimovic! And it's a goal! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
So the first moment of real significance.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Vasco da Gama have reclaimed it. Nicely aimed pass. Now that goes for a shot! He's scored! once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Cleared away. Pull it.
This is the time you need that pace.
And it's Gattuso. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Look, the only way of becoming more aware, Peter, is by lifting your head and realising who's where around you.
Messi. Lovely pass, but can he... Shoots! Big moment! Massive goal! So smooth. A signature finish.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
Vasco da Gama get themselves into the lead.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Gattuso, Yaya Toure, and here's Ibrahimovic. Cruyff, Pedri, Vasco da Gama do have a chance to counter here. And we've reached half-time. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. So there was the first half.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Incident-packed, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
And please welcome our lads to the field.
There's the start of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And it's Van Basten. Pedri could try cutting inside here. Pinches it off him. McTominay did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Yaya Toure. Now Mitoma. Oh, super find. He rises! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
It's their second corner of the game. They've played it short. Backward it goes. And now they can spring out of defence. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Messi has found the net here, of course. Pelé, really fierce, close defending. And here's Pedri. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Yeah, they didn't smell the danger early enough, but I suppose better late than never.
And it's Gattuso. Ibrahimovic is onto this.
Jeff, Chiba really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Passing is crisp and sharp. It's Ibrahimovic! Oh, it's come off the upright. Belletti. Pedri. Messi. Pedri. Dunk. Gets a good foot in there. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, this could be an indication that the team are setting themselves up for the counter-attack here, Peter, and he is very good at that type of thing.
Oh, that's delightful. Pele, there he goes, motoring. Can he finish? They've scored! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. You just know there is no stopping that.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
Vasco da Gama go two up and into a position of real strength.
I wonder if the manager is tempted to go for another and really kill the game off completely. I, for one, think he should now.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. And that's gone loose. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now, what about a counter-attack? And he has been fouled there. And he's going to have his name taken. Engages and forces him off the ball. Well, he's looking to get away, but the defending is persistent, adhesive. Yaya Toure. And it's Gattuso. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Foot in. And here's Ibrahimovic. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Cruyff receives it in a wide position. Hoeneß might just make this. Well, that is one way to stop him. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Haaland. Cruyff. Yaya Toure gives no quarter whatsoever. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And it's Belletti. He has found a way through. Great vision. Pedri gets into a good position. Iniesta. Hoeneß. That's a sharp pass. And time is up. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end. Momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. And here's Haaland. Now it's Ibrahimovic. He's played it back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, I think the fact that this guy, Saliba's starting, I think that indicates, Peter, you're looking to play out from the back, and he's shown to be very confident and comfortable on the ball when it comes to moving it forward. He'll see a lot of the ball, and sometimes he'll go direct from back to front.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Vinicius Junior. Raul. He's in a good position here. Nothing significant to report up to this point, but we are still very early in the game. Yaya Toure. Gattuso. And it's Yaya Toure. Nice sequence of passes this. And it's Gullit. Played back.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers: don't concede the opener.
That's Maldini.
Jeff, Chiba really are packing the box now.
Yeah, it does seem to be something of a numbers game they're playing.
Well, it's exactly the right approach, Peter. If you can deliver quality balls from out wide, you need to make sure there's someone on the end of it. Simple.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Gullit. Gullit touches it back. Yaya Toure. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Ibrahimovic. He's having a shot! And the keeper's relieved to see that disappear wide.
Oh, he just got it ever so slightly wrong, Peter. There wasn't much in that at all.
Maldini. Rijkaard. Looks to the other side.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
And it's Gattuso. And it's Gullit. Well, that is one way to stop him. It's Kimmich. Gattuso. Now McTominay. And it's Gullit. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Cannavaro. Conte. And the pass is intercepted. Gullit. Turns back here, probably the best option. To Maldini. Rijkaard. Haaland. For Yaya Toure. And it's Gattuso. Maldini. Ball played for Rijkaard. Maldini. Well, there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. And it's Gattuso. Torres absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Vinicius Junior gets into a good position. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Yaya Toure. And it's Hullet. And he's chosen to go back. Gattuso. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Gattuso. Oh, that's well spotted. Vinicius Junior. And the half-time whistle goes. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Solid. Very solid, actually, Peter. They haven't made much of an impression at the other end, but defensively I think they've got an awful lot right, completely nullifying their opponents. Now they just need to focus on getting a little more creative.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Jeff, Chiba have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Maldini. McTominay, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Great defending, strong and determined. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Gattuso. And here's Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. McTominay. A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Look, stopping him is imperative. It may not eliminate trouble, but it'll reduce it.
Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior looking to get on the end of this. Vinicius Junior going face-to-face with his great rival.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Well, they continue each to cancel the other out. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Rijkaard. Now it's Kimmich. Kimmich gets a cross in. It's a goal kick. And he's forced to go back. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Yes, 0-0 and little promise of a goal due to the shot-shy nature of this contest, but I'm not giving up on it. There's plenty energy on the pitch, not to give up hope just yet.
Maldini. Passing nice and neat. Looking here to chip it. He's got tall. And he has kicked it out somehow.
Ibrahimovic really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Vinicius Junior cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Gets a good foot in there. And the counter is on. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. And he's going to have his name taken.
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into his stride, and they're just not doing that.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. So a couple of front-footed alterations here, a pair of forwards entering the field.
Well, it looks like he's playing his trump card. That'll inject a lot of energy up front. Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Rummenigge. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Opts for safety. Now Hoeneß gives it back. Vardiol. Busquets. Played out to the right. Now it's Bernardo Silva. Mbappe. Chance! It's a loose ball. And he's there to belt it away. Out to the left it goes. Now, what about a counter-attack? Strong running down that left flank. Couple of changes then in quick succession.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Substitution on the field. Number 5, Mitoma. Coming on the field is Neymar.
Turns back here, probably the best option. Yaya Toure. Rijkaard. That has been slung wide. Oh, that's neat. Foot in.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Cross needs to be good. And he's been shifted off it. And the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. Maldini.
Look, there has to be more urgency here.
And that will be the final act. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. Neither side able to make an impression despite... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. We have already started here.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Hangs in a cross. Cleared without complication. And they're quick to get it back. That's a smartly directed ball. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's looking wide. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And he's got the beating of his man. Kukchu does really well to win the ball there. Gabriel Batistuta, Jim, pretty much the embodiment of the complete striker, wouldn't you say?
Devastating. A great goal scorer, and a scorer of great goals too. Give him the ball anywhere near the box and you know what the outcome will be.
The very example of a centre-forward.
Absolutely, he was pretty close to perfection for most of his career.
Distributed tidily. Cross to the back post. Rijkaard with the clearance. Haaland in the hunt and looking threatening.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers: don't concede the opener.
He's in a great position here. He's found some space. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Has crossed into the... climbs up big! It's in! And he's got what he came for, his 20th goal. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, at one stage he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
A 1-0 lead established. Oh, what a climb! And the pass is intercepted. Picked out brilliantly. Oh, sweet feet. That's a throw. Rijkaard. Shot could be on. Chance for a shot! And he's really put himself on the line here.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And it's been taken short. And he's gone backward here. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's had it nicked away. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Danielson receives it in a... He rises! No mistake! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Rijkaard spots it and intercepts. Ibrahimovic looks to get on the end of this. Mitoma. Gattuso. Played out to the left flank. Danielson. And he's managed to get free. Look at the space here. They're urging him to shoot. That's going to go a long way. And that's definitely not his best. 5 minutes till the break. Aimed beyond the defence. Bullet! Goal! What are you thinking about the goal?
I love the technique in that finish. There was a concentration to keep it down.
Ha segnato al 42esimo minuto, numero 7.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Danielson. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Saka. Now it's Batistuta. And Batistuta! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Tries to get it clear. Good running, strong and purposeful. He's away! And it's Kimmich. That's the keeper's ball. And there's the end of the first half. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. Caution certainly not on the agenda here, from both sides.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. And we're underway again. Rijkaard. Maldini. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Pullet. Here's Haaland. Takes the shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And he whips it in. Danielson has created one goal already. That'll be a throw. Now he's off and running. Haaland. Gattuso is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, he's had so much room to operate in. He's been running the show, but maybe the curtain's about to come down on him. They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And it's Lampard. That's a nicely shaped ball. Oh, that's fabulous. Played with finesse. Can he finish? Kimmich can so cleverly bypass the press. Mitoma. Haaland. And it's Kimmich. This looks promising. Danielson. And the counter is on. Now it's Batistuta. Messi. Messi powering forward here. Messi!
What an absolute shame. The composure and imagination to set himself free. He should be locked up after that.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
Lampard! That's a decent clearance.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Hernus will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Opts for safety. Maldini. McTominay plays the return pass. And it's Gattuso. He shifted it to the flank. Nicely shaped cross. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Tries to play it through. Crosses it in. And that is out and behind. It's a good block. This their second corner of the game. Kimmich plays it short. Ibrahimovic!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That's a good ball out wide. Turns back here, probably the best option. Maldini. Now McTominay. And it's Serginho. Looking for options for movement.
Jeff, Chiba surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
And this is Rui Costa. He has found the way through. And the finish! He's got a goal! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
He's found a way through.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
Serginho. Serginho. He's got tall. He's missed, but not by that far. And that's that. It's a super show all round. Both sides doing their best to impose themselves, but one evidently, undeniably better equipped than the Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And already we're underway here. Can he spark a counter here? And they've switched it over to the other side. Now then, this man really is a legend, perhaps the legend, a revolutionary, the father of a philosophy. He is, of course, Jim, Johan Cruyff.
We'd have no total football without him, Peter. No tiki-taka either.
One of the best of all time. Some say the best, and certainly one of the most influential.
Without a doubt, pure class.
Vieira. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Kimmich. And it's Rijkaard. McTominay. Now it's Hullet. And it's Gattuso. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now he's got space here. Tries to get it clear. Yaya Toure. Platini.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
Haaland. Kimmich conjures time and space where few can. Gattuso. Rijkaard. Now it's Haaland. Now Gattuso. Can he get it through? Serginho picks it up out wide. Played in. It's a goal kick. Rijkaard. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Cannavaro. Tomiyasu. And it's Michel Platini. Cruyff. Here's Vieira. He's tried one! What a hit! What a hit! A rocket anthem! A finish of true class! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
So the first goal of the game.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Yaya Toure. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. McTominay, very much a man of this moment. Serginho's cross.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
They've played it short.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
McTominay tries to pass it through, and this is Hullet. And once more he proves rigid and robust. Marquinhos did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And the finish! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Yaya Toure. And he's forced to go back.
Jeff, Chiba truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Costa Curta. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And this is Hullet. No, he's not going to get any further than that. Cruyff. And it's Rijkaard. And it's Hullet. Haaland. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Rijkaard. Gattuso. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Hullet. Ibrahimovic. And that was very necessary. And it's Yaya Toure. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And there's the end of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
And the second half gets underway.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Cannavaro. Safi Sali. Cruyff. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. And it's Serginho. Serginho will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Safi Sali, given the lift of his goal. He's shifting through the... It's Nakamura! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Kimmich. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Platini. Now it's Cruyff. Serginho. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Marquinhos is very much of the non-shall-pass school of defending. Now it's Cruyff. Nakamura. Passing is crisp and sharp. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Now it's Haaland. Great defending, strong and determined. Safi Sali. Kimmich makes the interception. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the stats are pretty telling here. It's hard to argue with the scoreline when you carry so little threat.
And here's Platini. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Yaya Toure.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And this is Hullet. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. And this is Ibra. And the shot! They've scored! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
That was fabulous. The most adept of touches, the smoothest of finishes.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. And there's going to be a major shake-up in the attack here.
Well, it looks like he's playing his trump card. That'll inject a lot of energy up front.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And he's picked it up out wide. Looking for options for movement.
Well played and well cleared.
Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Clipped into space. And a chance! Kimmich. And they can counter here. That's an imaginative pass. Now, can they get him away? And it's Rui Costa. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Platini. Just a quarter of an hour to play. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Cruyff. He's had it taken off him. Serginho. Strokes it back. It's a searching pass. And they've been given a corner.
Attenzione, un cambio.
It's their second corner of the game. Kimmich goes short. Real chance! Cruyff gets rid without sophistication. Decent chance!
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And it's Iniesta. Not the most accurate pass. Knocks it into space. He is through here.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Rijkaard kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Platini.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Quality ball.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Great vision. Hernes.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
And it's Seedorf. And this is Ibrahimovic! That is decidedly lacking.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 3.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
And we're done. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. But it wasn't to be. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. And here's the chance to counter.
It's not often, Peter, that we focus on goalkeepers like this, but in this case, it's entirely justifiable when you have one of the most decorated keepers in history.
And Julio César is certainly one of those most decorated, and indeed one of the safest pairs of hands around in football.
Yeah, treble winner, voted Europe's best goalkeeper, and countless titles.
Zico. Bale. Now Costa Curta. Serginho chooses to go crossfield. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And it's Hullet. Looking for the run. Can he get onto this? Terrific header! They've scored! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
After 13 minutes.
Arsenal are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Not the most accurate pass. Nicely weighted ball. And he plays one through. And the shot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Yaya Toure. Yaya Toure touches it back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
Passes coming off in quick succession here.
Arsenal clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to...
Good effort from distance. Oh, the ball's run loose here. Jordan Henderson is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Out of play for a throw. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Tries from distance. Gave it a go, but off target.
No, it's a fair attempt. I think he felt he could line one up there. The odds were never really in his favour.
Zico played out to the right. Oh, he's trying to skip past his man. And this is Bale. Oh, he's been real chance. Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
A formality, we're level. Not a twitch, not a blink.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
He's a sharp little ball here. Oh no, what has happened here? Serginho. And it's Bale. And that's a dangerous ball. It's Ibrahimovic! Really well taken goal. Into the lead once more. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Ibrahimovic demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Neither of these two want to come off second. Oh, what a climb! McTominay getting this one clear.
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Bullet! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Yeah, the ball in there was simply superb. He won't be too happy that it's gone to waste like that.
João Cancelo is one whose deliveries we all know about. 5 minutes till the break. Maldini. That is ended up in no man's land. It's going to be another throw. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Rijkaard. And back to the keeper. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Deep into stoppage time. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Pass somewhat off target. Zico. He's found a way through. Bale.
Such good technique.
There's the shot! A decent effort as the first half draws to a close. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. And we are already promptly back underway. McTominay, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Great vision. Can he latch on to this? It's a promising position. Takes aim and crosses. And he's taking no chances there.
Was that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he?
Ibrahimovic really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner. And
oh, smashing header! He scores! And there's the goal they've been looking for. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
Aimed beyond the defence. And he's heaved it away.
Jeff, Chiba are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
More and more pressure on the ball here. Ibrahimovic being hunted in packs.
Well, this defence now knows that they have to reduce his movement because they've allowed him to run free.
Yaya Toure. Rui Costa. And it's Hullet. Now Gattuso. Hullet turns and goes back. Out to the left it goes. Turns back here, probably the best option. Kimmich can see things others simply cannot. Oh, it's come loose. Crunching tackle. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Saliba. Van der Ven. Ball played for Zico. Tries to thread one through. Messi going face-to-face with his great right. And the shot! It's off target and by quite a way.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Yaya Toure. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Saliba. Van der Ven. João Cancelo. Strong running down that left flank. Cross deflected behind for a corner.
Substitution.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. And now they can spring out of defence. Saliba gets across to intercept that. João Cancelo. Now Costa Curta. And it's Cancelo. And that pass just didn't quite work. That's travelling a long way. And here's Ibrahimovic. Oh, well played.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Serginho.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover. That's just playing it safe and simple.
So here comes a substitution.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Serginho will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
Number 41,
Rice. And it's Bale. Toure too strong for his opponent there. That's a cute ball. Oh, nicely intercepted. Costa Curta. Who's looking wide? Bale. And this is... And a chance! He's got a goal! And what a climax we have here! That is a super smooth goal, beautiful manoeuvring of the ball, and splendid authority in the finish.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Arsenal give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, the mindset has changed. Now they need to find all the courage they can get.
Well, there's the clearance. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. And that is that. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football, a real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on.
The action has already started.
Passing is crisp and sharp.
We're in the presence of goalkeeping greatness, a man with total command of his defence. I say I wouldn't fancy going eyeball to eyeball with him. No, I mean, I always like a vociferous keeper, and Oliver Kahn would be perfect for me.
And they can counter here.
Vardiol.
Kimmich. Mbappe! Oh, super ball! Mbappe! And again! Goal! Arsenal! Arsenal take the lead! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Mbappe demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
I doubt very much that this was in the script.
Rijkaard.
It's a good run down the right. Now Gattuso. Haaland. Little pass back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Mbappe. Neymar. More and more pressure on the ball here. Turns back here, probably the best option. Costa Curta. And Vardiol. Bebeto. And it's lofted through here. And that is expertly dealt with. Now it's Haaland.
Jeff, Chiba are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
And this is Hullet. Davids. Arsenal trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Mbappe, given the lift of his goal. Davids. Goes looking wide. Yaya Toure. Now Mitoma. Gattuso. And here's Haaland. And that interception was most necessary. Mbappe. Yaya Toure. Proves too strong, too smart. And here's Hullet. He's in plenty of space here. A corner it is then.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And this is Yaya Toure. He's having a shot! And he's managed to get rid. Very nicely done. Kimmich. And it's Neymar. Now Neymar. Mbappe. Oh, he's been caught napping. Big chance! Oh, taken with style. And this is getting better and better. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead, and how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
Arsenal are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
And this is Ibrahimovic. Kimmich. And Caicedo. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Thuram. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And it's Kimmich. Caicedo is onto this. He's going to have to tune his rangefinder before the next one. Neymar does well to get it back. Over to the left. Toure has given away a free kick. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. Costa Curta. And this is Ibrahimovic. He's away. It's Ibrahimovic! And the keeper couldn't hold it. No mistake. Half-time imminent. What a time to score. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that...
Shapes to shoot! Marquez gets it clear. And that's been won straight back. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. The ball has bounced loose now. Bebeto. And it's half-time here. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
And we are back underway.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Mitoma quietly revving up. Gattuso. Here's Haaland. And it's Gattuso. Yaya Toure. Now Gattuso. And it's Gattuso. For Yaya Toure. Gattuso. And this is Ibrahimovic. Tries a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Marquez gets good distance on it. Cleared away. That is good strength. Oh, that's delightful. Ibrahimovic! And that was probably asking just too much.
Oh, he's usually such a good finisher.
Arsenal appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Davids proves too strong. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And he welcomes it in. That is good alertness. Driving forward. Now that looks a decent ball. Kimmich. Yaya Toure. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Same again, same outcome.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. It's their second corner of the game.
Substitution on the field. Number 18, Mitoma.
And it's been taken short. And the shot! And yes, it's there! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
This has become one superb game of football.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Now it's Bebeto. Now it's Mbappe. And it's Kimmich. Stood up well to him there. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Yaya Toure. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Nicely shaped cross. Easy enough for the goalkeeper.
Jeff, Chiba clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Works it forward. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Caicedo. Bebeto. And he was alert to it.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Neymar. And it's Marquez. Nicely aimed pass. And it's Davids. Strokes it back. Oh, look at the space here. And he gets rid in a hurry. And it's a corner.
Substitution on the field.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Lukaku coming on here as broadly expected.
Yeah, I think it's time for some brave decision-making.
Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or chaos.
He's had a shot! Oh, that's incredible! And that may just do it! How very smart. He just got it right.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
Number 15,
Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet. I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. And Bebeto! It's in! They have stolen level at the last! That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Number 14, Bebeto!
All square again into the dying minutes.
It just goes to show you what determination can achieve. OK, there isn't much time left, but if we have to find a winner now, there's no question who I'll be backing.
Rui Costa. And that's been intercepted. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Magic. What a magical football match, and genuine respect all round. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. If you're just joining us, we are already underway.
It's a privilege to see the defensive great that is Franco Baresi.
Absolutely.
A marvellous tactical brain married to good pace and a technical ease. You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Park Ji-sung was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Tries to play it through. Oh, that is asking for trouble.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. That has been slung wide. Out again for a throw-in. Ah, good steal, he just read it. Kimmich. Nothing significant to report up to this point, but we are still very early in the game. And it's Yaya Toure. It's Kimmich, back towards the middle. Gattuso, and it's been shipped out wide. Showing good feet. Toure did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Yaya Toure. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it. Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
Plays a sharp little ball here. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Mitoma, the specialist in tearing teams apart. Palmeiras are looking lively here. They're playing with more zest, more purpose.
They are, and it's all because of the movement we're seeing down the flanks, and I think they look as if they're going to cause some real problems to that opposing defence. Both flanks are working quite well now.
And here's Park Ji-sung. Now it's Drogba. He's Drogba! They want to be quick to recover this. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Conte. Now it's Drogba. Messi. And this is Messi.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Gattuso. Now it's Haaland. Great vision. Now the chance! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it. Azar. Park Ji-sung. And he's managed to get free. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Distributed tidily. Park Ji-sung. Kimmich powering forward here. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Just a whisker away. Baresi. Now Costa Curta. It's Park Ji-sung. And it's Messi. Now it's Azar. Hernandez gets into some space. Hernandez with the delivery. Didn't quite get enough on that.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Cleared away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, that's a key interception. Adams. And the referee brings the first half to a close. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I think they can be very happy with the flow of the game so far. They're moving the ball around very nicely. They're creating opportunities too. They must need to find a way to add that touch of quality in front of goal, that extra clinical edge.
So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. And we are back underway. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. It's a promising position. Lovely bit of skill. He's found a way through. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Costa Curta did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Well, the lethargy in their play isn't a great look, and it was very evident on that occasion.
And he's intervened well there. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Ibrahimovic receives it in a good position here. Threads one in. He's in a great position here. Flings in across. Defending of the desperate variety.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Messi plays it through. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Well, we're still waiting for a goal to report here. Spread neatly. And that is out of play. Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
And he shoots! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
He's never the type to turn down a challenge, is he?
Conte. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Park Ji-sung. And this is Drogba.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now Costa Curta. Nicely shaped ball. And he's picked it up out wide. Played in with purpose. And the keeper gets his hands on it. Well read, nice interception. Baresi played back to the goalkeeper. Adams. Hernandez. Nicely weighted ball. Well, that pass isn't the best. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. And this is Messi. Messi with the short one. In with the challenge. Plays it across. Abiati claims it without any fuss. Looking for a runner. Oh, that's clever.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And here's Haaland. Shot, surely! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Baresi is there, and he can get that clear. And it's Gattuso. Half an hour gone in the second half. Goes looking wide. Now it's Rui Costa. Now, can they get him away? Now it's Kimmich.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Park Ji-sung. He has found the way through. Can he get it through? And this is Park Ji-sung.
Listen, it may well finish this way because it's been so tight all the way through, but equally, we might still get a moment of magic, a mistake, or a refereeing decision to influence otherwise.
Kimmich. Good ball, good take.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
That's the keeper's ball. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Floated through. He's picked his way through. There's the header! Palmeiras are making a change now.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Decent chance! And the keeper. And that is as far as it goes. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack. And the outcome inevitable. So what do you take away from it all?